This nice day in June, not too hot, not too cold. I'm going to talk to you about the Fox Terrier, which is the English Fox Terrier. It was developed, of course, as the name implies, to help exterminate predators, especially foxes. After a while they have divorced the two halves of the Fox Terrier, meaning the wire-haired Fox Terrier. He just did number 2. So there's a wire-haired Fox Terrier, which is taken as a separate breed as compared to the smooth-coated Fox Terrier. The dog on the leash here is a modern day Fox Terrier kind of dog. So it's developed for predator control, what also was the purpose of the Fox Terrier, hence the name Fox Terrier. The dog that you see here is a black felt terrier, smooth coated, so similar coat to the smooth coated Fox Terrier, but also known as the Petadil Terrier here on the leash. Fox Terriers are not black dogs like this little guy is. Petadil Terriers and black felt terriers of course are. The Fox Terrier is more of a white type of dog, not developed for the fells, but more as a general fox hunting breed. So the fell terriers, fell means like rocky crevices where big type of foxes could go, and then determined a dog that could, without help of the hunters, handle the foxes easier than that in the normal ground, because in the rocky crevices it's hard, till impossible to dig, and the general Fox Terriers could. Also this type of terrier is more combative, so it will sooner engage, hold, and often also take care of the fox in the fells, in the rocky crevices or other holes. So even goes for the kill. Whereas Fox Terriers are more of a baying type of fox hunter that can also hold, of course. It's not that they won't. You can also see the modern day Fox Terrier is closely resembling that of the German hunting terrier, also known as the German Yacht, which crossed in quite a lot of Fox Terrier blood, but also some Lakeland fell type of blood. So a little bit of a mix, whereas the Fox Terrier is more of the baying type. Baying means barking at its prey, so if the prey is quite big, if you keep it in its stance by baying, so that the hunters can either dig it out, or they just the Fox Terrier makes the fox bolt, and then the hunters shoot him, or lurchers go after him, or other dogs. So that's more of the purpose of the Fox Terrier. Fox Terriers are all white, normally with some black or red plates on them. That's a normal color for a Fox Terrier, so a little bit different. Also a modern day version of the Fox Terrier is of course the Jack Russell, which is a little bit short on the legs, but also the Parson Russell Terrier. Looks quite a bit like the Fox Terrier, but probably with some other blood infused. White felt terrier, for example. Also often a little bit harder than the Fox Terrier is. The benefit of the baying hunting style is that it allows the dog to get less damage as compared to the more combative holding hunting style. The drawback is that it's easier for the quarry to bolt, so to get away, and sometimes also this means that the quarry can move or dig further, and in that way not always the predator will get arrested, whereas the more holding catch dog type style like the Petadil, it will get a lot of more personal space, but also secure in holding the fox down and or even making sure that it won't attack other livestock of that farmer, for example. Fox Terriers were developed for hunting foxes, but of course they were also used in some other quarry. They say badger could be, but in modern day the Yacht Terrier is also used on badger, but especially badger is a very strong animal, and I can imagine the baying style could help to sustain less damage, but it's quite a pickle to take, and also of course for ratting. So keeping the rats off the farms. The modern day example of that Fox Terrier that's more of a ratting style is for example the boerenfox of the Netherlands, also known as the farmer fox, which is looks like a cross between a smooth-coated Fox Terrier and Parson Russell Terrier, and also of course the red terriers that you see now in America, the United States of America, or the more Spanish derivatives, the bodegueros, who are there to keep the rats out of the places where they kept the wine barrels or the vineyards. So that's our modern day examples. The Fox Terrier, as we see now, is mostly a show dog. You also see it in its build. It is very square, so what it means that the height of the Fox Terrier is similar to the length of the back. For example, this is more of a working type. This is from working stock, hunting parents as well. But you see a longer back, which gives much more room to wrestle, and also a faster type of stride with more power, and also good benefit when running. Whereas Fox Terrier has a more peculiar walk, a little bit more tippy-toeing, and it just has a very square appearance. Also the modern day Fox Terrier, as you can see, has quite a light narrow head, snipey so to say, whereas this is more of a blunter, a more balanced type of head. So that means a lot more strength is in it. But if you're more of a barking type of dog or taunting, so what do I mean with taunting? So you for example bark as your quarry, let's say a big fox, and if possible you will try to bite the extremities, for example the nose or the paws, the tail, and then release when the quarry fights back. That's a style that takes a lot of time, so that's helpful to the help for the Fox Terriers arriving with each second that strides away, and also exhausts the prey a lot. Fox Terriers, like almost all terriers, are quite healthy. They're also not that fat. Especially the wire-coated Fox Terrier is quite protected against the elements. So for example the cold and also brambles. If you go into like this, something prickly, or brambles where they have like little bushes with thorns on them, that helps a lot. The benefit of a smooth-coated dog like this is that if you work in a clay environment, your coat doesn't soak up that much clay and also weight, and that you can still have more room to breathe as well. Otherwise, especially foxholes, foxes are more like cats, how they can fit themselves into the very tight spots. Also, for example, this Pattern Terrier has a peculiarity about him that they can compress their chest more than most other dog breeds, if not all. So if you then have still quite a lot of coats, you can block the airstreams completely, which can make it harder to breathe or even suffocate. So there are also benefits for a smooth-coated variety. In the Fox Terrier there was not a broken coat, so it's like a combination of the longer and shorter coat. So you have the benefits of both, a little bit more protection because you have some broken coats, so some longer hairs, taking up a little bit more space between the skin and the extremities of the hairs, whereas you still have in general quite a lot of smooth coat to keep down the weight of, for example, the clay or the water, so it doesn't weigh you down that much, and also you still have some airstream. So that's a beneficial coat. As a working coat, it's like a very good compromise, but you don't see that coat in the Fox Terrier. Fox Terriers are now show breed, as I mentioned, and quite successful at it. That also gives away why their head has developed more in a snipey way, why they look so over square, that vision, and gives you insights about that. If you still want a working Fox Terrier, there are examples that are still working. Some even work with Lakeland Terriers. It's look a little bit like the rough-coated Fox Terrier, only different colors. So more brown with tan markings. And of course the Jacht Terrier that I mentioned before, but the closest in colors. And also the real working Fox Terrier might be the Parson Russell Terrier. So that dog looks a lot like my Patterdale here I have here, but only white and with markings on top of them. Parson Russell Terriers are still more baying type as compared to the more offensive Patterdale Fel Terrier type. So it's not the same, just another coat, but it is a good example of a working Fox Terrier. And there's also something that could be of benefit if you want. There's also the white Fel Terrier. So this is an example of a black Fel Terrier, but the white Fel Terriers are also there. And of course the Bull Russells, which means they crossed in Bull Terrier, especially English Bull Terriers, but sometimes also other Bull blood, with Russell Terrier, and also I saw some Bull Fox Terriers, which look very nice. Bull Terrier and Fox Terrier both have quite a long head, so you see quite the familiarities, but it gives a lot of bulk and strength back to the head. The benefit of a longer snout in the counting style is of course that you have more reach and also more range between the tip of the snout and the eyes, so it can protect some of the more gentler parts. The drawback of this longer snout is that you lose a lot of strength and also your resting ability, because there's more room to wiggle between the point of the snout and, for example, the throat of the quarry that they engage. So it's quite harder to get the hold and keep that hold till the end as compared to a little bit shorter snout. Also, benefit of a longer snout is often that you, like the Fox Terrier, have quite a good room for air, and that helps a lot in many applications. I hope you like this short Fox Terrier video. If I had to pick, I would go for the wire-haired ones, because they look a lot better. Also, they still have the protection, and in my opinion, if you want a working Fox Terrier, you can find the wire-haired ones working, especially in Eastern Europe. There are some strains, they even work the Airedale Terrier still there a little bit, even a bit more than a little bit. So if you really want, you could look into them. I also placed a video of a nice wire-haired Fox Terrier for friend, so you can find it also on my channel. Have a nice day, and I hope you liked what I told you, and if not, please let me know. Bye.